Alright, hello. How's it going there, Alistair? How's it going there, Dr. Dano? Good to see you. How have you been? Alistair's having some brain problems. That happens. Happens to the best of us. Alright, good. Ah, shit, I did not launch Tarkov today. Let me launch that up. Let me get that cleaned out as well. Alright, we'll be working on the seaplane some more. I'm kind of enjoying that. Why do I have so many windows open? I literally have like 15 windows open. So we had the update. Let's actually start with reading through that real quick. You can go ahead and watch the update video if you like as well. You find the link to that, and I'll start with that. So some good fixes in there. Yeah. So let's we'll start with there. Try to do minimal comment going in the comment section. Let's start with that. I already did the video, but we will go ahead and we'll look at this first. Wow, if my 900 windows would actually work here, we'd be in good shape. All right, so minor update. Minor update week, as previously announced. The update's a bit smaller than normal as we prepare for the major update due for release in 4 weeks. So that makes sense. You know, they're working on the major update, so having a small update makes sense. So a bunch of useful fixes. Next week, they're going to announce more info on the upcoming major update. That tracks. Usually it's a week or a couple weeks. This one's a little bit early. It's going to be 4 weeks, and then they have another minor update in 2 weeks from now. Big one for me is this one right here is resolve microcontroller logic links sometime disappearing on undo redo. So it was undo redo that was causing it, which is, again, good to know. Wasn't sure why it was happening, but we're losing a lot of links, and so that actually happened yesterday where I had some engines that weren't working that were working last spawn. That was it. Hopefully that's fixed. Looks like it is. Not sure about this vehicle desync thing. I don't use RCS thrusters, so not, you know, they just had a mirroring issue. Typos, space transpo missions, not respecting spawn biome. So I assume that certain missions that were not supposed to spawn a certain area were spawned in the wrong area. And simplify the day-night duration back to a single value. All right, let's quickly go through the comments. If you read last week's comments, you know, let's actually go through it. We'll make some small little bit of ranting here. So like, if we look at last week's comments, you get people consistently who are like, just do fixes, just do fixes. Well, one, they can't just do fixes. It's not smart to just do fixes. They have to do a combination. Most people come back to this game. Here, let me quickly grab a link and I'll show you. Most people come back to this game, it appears, when there's new content. It's not strange. Most games, when new content comes out, players come back. And so we look here, the peaks are when we get major updates and DLCs. So if we look at the DLCs, that was, I believe that right there was the weapons DLC. That would have been Industrial Frontier, I believe, there. I'm not sure about that date. Might be off on this. October. It was last October. Last October was Space. So this would be Space. That would have been Industrial Frontier, and this would have been Weapons there. And so you can see, we get huge spikes whenever there is a DLC. Shocker. You also have major updates are big spikes. So it's very natural and normal for a developer to do both fixes and add new features. New features bring players back to the game. For example, Escape from Tarkov is very, very popular when the game wipes. It feels fresh and new. And like, for example, right now, Tarkov is pretty stale because we're about a month away from a wipe. And so it's been 6 months without, we've had events and stuff, but it's been 6 months since we've had a wipe. And so you start getting people who are getting a little bit bored. They've been doing the same thing over and over and over again. So, for example, like there was a comment right at the end of last week's, like, while new components and features are nice and all, that's not what we need right now. This person, again, talking for themselves as though they're talking for everybody. We need bug fixes and optimization. Go and look through the updates. There are bug fixes and optimizations every other week. All right. Game is still severely broken. I would disagree with that. Works fine for me. Play every day. No problems. Barely playable state. Play every day. No problems. Things like buoyancy, not all that hard to figure out. Flooding mechanics, not that hard to figure out. They're not broken. They both work. From the gases update, which took place 9 months ago. Again, they're not broken. They work. You just don't understand them and don't want to learn. Okay. So the flooding and sinking mechanics are your main selling point for your game. No, they're not. There are a bunch of content creators who their content is based on flooding, is sinking ship survival. And a bunch of players said, hey, that's what I want to do in the game. That does not mean that's what the game is all about. All right. The game is a building engineering game. That is one component about it. Now, I understand that some people, that's all they're interested in, yes. But just as I'm interested in certain things doesn't mean I get to dictate what other people do with the game. So I just think that's a silly attitude to have. And so anyway, so you see, you know, you get people consistently like, you know, do fixes, do fixes. We get fixes every other week. It's not hard. You can check them out. They're right here. So, I don't know, that's my little mini rant on that, but it's like, this is fixes. You can go through any of these updates and check the patch notes and see what they fixed. They're doing a combination. They have to do a combination. If they just did a year's worth of fixes, they would not grow the player base. They just wouldn't. That's not how any of this works. They would make people who've already spent money on the game happier who don't want new content. And for example, I love the new content. The developer needs to reach a balance. Now, you know, again, it's a compromise. It's not going to always be the right balance, but there is a balance between fixes and new content. We need new content, and it's shown right here in the graph. New content is king. You know, read the graph. You know, we've got a steady play time here, and then you look at the peaks, and the peaks are all new content. If they just did fixes, you would have steady. That would be it. The peaks give them, it gives them more exposure, gets them more players, gets people to buy new copies of the game. All right, and that's what you need, especially like DLCs, like people whine about Space DLC. But the thing is, there was people who did not buy the game until Space was in the game because that's what they're interested in. There were people who were interested in the industrial gameplay who probably didn't buy the game until that was in. People who are interested in weapons who did not buy the game until weapons were in. That's how you cultivate a new audience, and that's how you stay in business. But some good fixes here. Glad to see that. Go in the comments section for a minute. Seems mostly reasonable. Trains. What? Let's see. More land vehicle parts so we can make better cars. I'm always interested in more parts. So again, you get a bunch of people like the guy I just pointed out from last week who doesn't want any new parts. He only wants quote-unquote fixes for only the things that he wants. And as you can see, there's a bunch of people who want more parts. I want more parts. We get when optimization. Again, what the hell do you mean when optimization? You know, it's an easy throwaway line. Please fix Steam Engine so I can go back not being forced to use diesel. I don't know. What do you mean? Like, that's not very helpful. Sales and it's like, and here's another person asking for more items. So again, it's kind of a, you know, I don't understand this thing of like trying to recruit the rest of the player base to be like, we want this. Say I want this. Nobody has any problems. Like this guy says, I hope it's sales and more decorative items. Now it won't be. They've already announced that the next major update is fishing, but this person's speaking for themselves. That's all you have to do. Give us the 2-day night sliders we don't want to combine. See, this is good feedback. Like, that's perfectly fine. I get that's good feedback of, like, if you want a day that's 3 times as long as the night because you don't like operating the night, I think that's good feedback. This guy just spams every week. Again, you know, most countries you have to pay an intern, so if they don't have the money for it, and they do, they go through the tickets all the time. Yep, this one was a pain. I'm glad they fixed that. Just person being an asshole. They're sorry they bought the game, but they still hang around because they got a sad life and can't just move on. So, let's see. Yeah, I haven't played with the train brakes. A lot of people have been saying that, so I'm curious. I'd have to play with train brakes at some point and see what's up. Fix the standard, fix multiplayer. Like, what do you mean? Are we really getting fixes finally? We get fixes every other week. Yeah, I just don't, like, are we really getting fixes finally? Okay, let's go after that statement. Are we finally getting fixes finally? Again, all you have to do is scroll down, and here is fixes. All right. That's probably announcement week. That's announcement week. Fixes. This one's last week. That would be announcement week. I don't know where it has to be in Steam, and I'm not in Steam. See if Steam pops up here. Like, if you go in this one, you can easily scroll down. If you look, you can easily look at fixes. Fixes. Announcement week. Fix. Fixes. Announcement week. Fix. Fixes. Announcement week. Fixes. Fixes. Announcement week. Fixes. Announcement week. Fixes. Announcement week. Fixes. Announcement week. Fix. Fixes. Announcement week. Fixes. Announcement week. Fixes. Announcement week. Fixes. Fixes. Is it like there's some sort of pattern going on here? Fixes. Announcement week. Fixes. See, this is why it frustrates me at this point when people are like, finally we're getting fixes. What do you mean, finally? From 2 weeks ago? It's like, literally, it's fixes and updates, announcement. Fixes and updates, announcement. Fixes and updates, announcement. You know, it's very consistent, and that's why I just find it silly. That's why I'm even talking about it. It's just so silly. All right, hello, Echo. How are you? Bi-weekly updates feel like a blessing compared to the rest of my interests. Yeah, let me see if I can find some games here. So, you know, that's the thing too. Is like, you know, you get it's funny. Everybody wants different things, and that's perfectly natural. But it's so silly sometimes how it's like people will bitch that that's a nothing announcement, and then you'll have the same person be like, we never hear anything from the devs, or they don't get involved with the community. Like, Derail's a great game. The last update to Derail was the last announcement, like not even update, announcement, where the developer talked to the community was February. All right, it was February. All right, so 5 months ago. All right, and before that, it was 3 months before that, and it was a few months before that, month before that. So you can see, like, this is a good development team. This is, they have pretty good community engagement. They are talking to the community every, in this one, 5 months. You know, if you look at Out of War, they do a Friday news, and it's just, you know, them mainly talking about what they're working on. You know, it's like, it's pretty... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not showing you guys. But, like, these games here, like, this game does a weekly update. If we look at Derail, you can see with Derail, it's... last one was February, November, August. Like, this one is up to 5 months between even hearing anything from the developer. But it's still a good game, and you know, it's people complain about this. It takes effort from the developer to come in every week, whether it's a big or a small thing. Like, you know, there's a fix update, we get an announcement every week. You know, it's just, I think a lot of people are just looking for something to bitch about, and I get, you know, whatever. But it's just like, you know, this is pretty responsive to come in every week. This takes effort, like, you know, they put in screenshots, they tell us what's going on, they try to do some interesting stuff, they show community builds. I think they do a reasonable job, and it's so silly with, like, some of these comments. But we'll move off the comments, but I just find it so silly. It really is. I only have 3 installed. Well, I don't have just 3 games installed. I have 3 games installed on Steam. I have Tarkov installed as well. Yeah. I don't rotate off that many. I had more installed. I just uninstalled them because I wasn't playing them. I just have the stuff I'm currently playing installed. I just uninstall it if I'm not going to be playing it. All right, let's work on the subplane. All right, so I don't know if I'm going to be keeping this top door. I'm gonna try to see if I can do a side door. Let's go stick this bad John in the water. Let's get some coloring going here. All right, let's save that real quick. Yeah, a little bit of roaster off the bat, but it's just like it's just a complete lack of information I see that's kind of find silly, and it's like I try to put myself in other people's position. And I put myself in like, imagine you're the developer and people like, when are you gonna do some fixing? You're like, dude, I did fixes last week. Like, what are you even talking about? Like, I can imagine that like must make you want to pull your hair out. It's like literally. You do fixes the week before, and people are like, you never do any fixes. It's like, dude, we did them last week. Like, what are you even talking about? You know, that's the sort of thing that would just make me pull my hair out. and the confidence those people say it with, as though it's like somehow obvious, like, oh, they haven't done any fixes in 6 months. It's like, you can go look, like literally in the same place you're looking at right now. So it just, I find it completely silly and frustrating. All right. All right, so we are currently... Ooh, that's pretty good. We're currently at orange. All right, not bad. Okay, good. All right, so orange should be good. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. You know, you notice as I was scrolling through, they've been doing a bunch of hotfixes too. You know, when they have an issue. All right, so orange is the... let's put a water line on this. Let's go... For now, let's just do, let's do a kind of a different color so I can color it out. Let's see, that's good. Symmetrix. All right, let's do, so orange, we are firmly at red, so let's go there. There we go. Yeah, there's plenty of valid criticism, but like some of it's just like, it just doesn't make any sense. There's no factual basis. I can only imagine how frustrating that is for somebody working on the game to be like, when they hear there's no fixes, you're like, I literally worked on fixes this week and I posted it for all to see. You know, like it happens to me too. Like people will watch one of my videos and they'll be like, oh, you know, somebody was like, oh, well, it was kind of misleading to do this. And I'm like, literally, if you watch the video and I put the timestamp, I say it right there. Like, literally, right there, I say it. And it's like, what are you even talking about? So, I can imagine that would get frustrating. All right. So I'm thinking of putting just upper doors here. They don't have to be that big for pallets. Let's get a measure. We got 6. So I'm going to put additional doors, likely. 6 by what? 9. Okay. Oh wow, that's tall. Let's see. So if this was to try to go out there, it's close. It's 1 block off. How low down is that? Okay. There's something to think about there. One of the issues I'm having is the crane. see something real quick here. I could, like, the door does not need to be this wide either. I could cut the door in. I think I'm gonna make the door longer. Nah, see, now that'll work. Let's play with this door here. Not a huge fan of the upper door, but I'm kind of have to figure it out what I want to do with it. It's kind of a necessity to be able to unload this from the water to have an upper door. You know, I used to like the removable hatches. We can't do that anymore. We used to be able to do that where you didn't need to have a hinge to seal the door. You do need a hinge to seal the door now. Alright, 21, so 11. Yeah, I could theoretically put an exterior crane on there. I don't know. I gotta figure out what I want to do with that. I'm not too thrilled about that idea. But... oh, come on. Color this right here. Good lordy, man. Give me this color, thanks. All right, there we go. Nice. There we go. course, this one's off. Go. Let's catch up with chat here. I'm still working on the VTOL cargo jet. How's it going there, Guarded Halo? How are ya? I believe I said hi to Aiden. If I didn't, hello Aiden again. Or for the first time. Fiat, how are you? Good to see you. How's it going there, Trippa? How are ya? What am I using to power the props? It's turboprop. Turbines. I have turbines in there. Alright. That's why I don't want to do symmetry on this. That screws up these double-sided paints sometimes. There we go. Right, there we go. So Dora's in again. So crane's gonna be a pain in the ass with this. It really is. I could do something cool here. Trying to see. Let's see. Could have a tailborne crane as a thought. This area here is a pain to do it in. Got some cells in there, but that's a pain. I don't really want an exterior crane. Like, I could put it here. Actually, I could even do like a flush mount crane. I can't go in here, I don't think. Oh, let's check it. Put like a pocket in there, I don't know. I could do a track crane. Could do a track crane. I have to worry about the strength, so that's the problem. That's why it's becoming a pain. So I could do a track crane on the door. It's not very tall is the problem. So I'd have to have some sort of lift component on it. I'm thinking of some designs. Let's see. Yeah, the actual utility, this is pretty minimal, I would say, but you know, I still want this to be kind of cool, so. You have to minimize the actual subgrids on this to get this to work right. So we'll play around with this concept, see what we can get built in here. Okay. Let me start this out doing that. Stop. Yeah. Can't see what I'm working with here. Okay. Alright, so that's the extendable section. Could put, I'm trying to think about putting a rotor section on there. Yeah. Eventually I'll find the right thing. It's K. There we go. God. Since I'm upside down, everything's backwards. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Alright, let's play with this. Alright, we'll see what I can do with that. It may, or it'll probably be a big pain in the ass, but we'll see what it does. Yeah, we'll see what it does. Alright. Let's get a seat control so I can just sit here and do it. Alright, let's see. Okay. I hit the wrong. No, that's right. Okay, right there. Okay. Just want to play with this, see what it does. Can't see. Where are we at? There it is, right there. Alright, let's play with this a little bit. Yeah, what are you stuck on now? You hitting something? You know I had it close in it. Did I build it over? I must have. I don't think I overbuilt it. Let me see. Oh, it came out. That's what it is. It's slid. No, is it overbuilt? It is by a little bit. Okay. There. Why are you having a fucking problem now? What is this thing doing? Why is it doing that? Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna get the height to put any pallets in here. Yeah, this is goofy, but I'm trying to get some proof of concept. I'm gonna run into problems with having issues with too many subgrids, so I'm gonna try to keep that down to a minimum. Alright. So unlikely that's not gonna be what I want out of it. Play with some stuff here. Problem is, I start getting into too many subgrids, we're going to lose all strength. So. Especially, we're going to want to load forward if we can. We can go rearward, I guess. See if I can contort something in here. It'll be kind of a fun little project, but it's going to cause problems, so. Let's see. Windows are not helpful, really. Get rid of them for now. Let's see what a hinge. Hinge has a lot of strength. That's the only reason I consider using a hinge. $400. Two, yeah. That's why I'm thinking of using the hinge. Generally, I wouldn't be using a hinge, but don't need that much range on it. Thinking of all the different designs. Let's read some chat here. Well, the whole point of this is for water. You can't have it, you know, the whole reason it's on the top is for water. Yeah, that's the thing. Yes. Yes. Don't need that much length on it. Nah, I should have left that. my god, can we rotate this? I'm sitting upside down here. It's a pain in the ass because I don't know what direction I'm sitting. Alright. Let's play with that. Why does it do that? That's what I want to know. I don't know why it's vibrating. It must be hitting something on the... It's hitting something. See, then it clicks into place. I don't know what the deal is with that. Let's try to get this... What the fuck isn't this moving? Ah, I see what I did. Alright, let me fix this. Needs fixing. That's why. Alright. Oh, stop. Ah. Okay. I wonder why this hinge is hitting this. It's designed to sit 90 on that. Doesn't like it. It's bitching about it. Yeah. Don't accidentally have the lock engaged. Yeah, I don't have the lock done, so... I don't know why it doesn't like that. I didn't fucking put a new linear track and I never hooked it up. That's obnoxious. Come on, go to the seat. Go to the seat. Go to the seat. Go to the seat. Go, 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 go. Press F and it does nothing. It's annoying. Oh, where's up, down? Up, down, right there. All right. Yeah, it's gonna be end being fucking goofy if it's there. Alright, let's play with some shit here. You know, it's I might just decide not to self-load it, which could be part of the thing, but figure something out. That's the rim there. I can't screw with that. Play with some bunch of ideas, see what I can get to that I like. Still don't know why that hinge gets all clunkety coming out of there. Interesting. Okay, that's got, I would say, the best level of promise. All right, let's try something with that. I like that. So unhinge. Rotation. WS. Okay, let's play with that. Getting it on the main body will help strength too. I got it sticky, that's why. All right, let's see. is that? AD, okay. AD should be reset. All right. And what do I have on that? WS should be sticky. Okay. Oh, why friggin' hell's left right not working anymore? Oh, there we go. Because it's not, it's AD. Okay. Very iffy. I have to put a hard point on that to get it straightened up. I think we're gonna end up not doing self-loading. It's gonna be a bitch to do it. It really is. Since I'm going way too low in the subgrid lists to be doing this stuff. Way too low on the subgrid list to be doing it. Working something else. I'll figure that out later. All right. Yeah, we'll see you later, Echo. Thanks for hanging out. And one thought I had is, can I get a large crane in the back here, which would be interesting. But I'll think of that later. Side doors would be a lot easier, but the problem is our water line is here, so we're pretty much there where we have to be on the water. So, let's where are we at? Let's save this here. I wasn't a huge fan of the overhead door anyway. Okay, we lose one right there off the wing. That gives us a 1, 2, 3, 5. I have to replumb this. That allows me to just put a gantry crane in there, which isn't bad. Can I replumb this fuel is the question here. I can. plummet like that. No, stop. Okay. Gotta go down one to get the door to flush mount. It goes there. Luckily, things don't flood. Things don't sink at stormworks. There, niner. Okay. Can't see what I'm doing. There we go. All right, good. Did I pick that color? We're gonna match probably nix the top door. Alright, let's get a dimension on this. That is going to be 9 by 7. Okay, 9 by 7. Total weight 14.5. Fuel's heavy. I got about another 9,000 pounds of fuel. Alright, so that is, we get the side doors. This not get repainted. Alright. I think I'm just gonna nix the top door, at least for now. Not really ever been a fan of the top door. Kind of, it's a loading and unloading absolute nightmare. So, like, you have to worry about center gravity and everything else. It's a big pain in the ass. So, kind of not. I don't lament losing it. I was kind of trying to lose it if I could. So. Still fit mini trucks in here, probably. We can do gantry doors. Right, let's paint a little. All right, good. All right, let's gotta get a crane in here to be able to load and unload these. So what I think I'm gonna do is let's grab a pallet real quick. Let's save this to that. Grab a pallet. Yeah, so this one it will just barely fit out of here. It's gonna have a little bit of a what's the length on it? That's right in the money to get in and out of there. It's not gonna go sideways, it will rotate, but it's the height is the problem on here. To get these in and out. Again, I don't have to particularly use this exact pallet either, but this is kind of one of my largest pallets. I don't think the mini truck will fit in here at all. Because of the water, we run into problems. Like, in the Seagull, I have a door in the back that will... Oh, yeah, mini truck's huge. Yeah, there's no way in Christ. I have a thought. Is dangerous. Where's that wall? Right there. Like, I have some seaplanes that only unload on land. And that way I'd do a folding tail. That's a thought. Okay, I want to try to... I would like to try to be able to load and unload stuff in the water. So let's get some... Just play with some stuff. Play with some ideas. Let's see. See, before you didn't have to have hinges. You could just place them in the doorway and the seal would seal it. but that doesn't work anymore, unfortunately, so... yeah. So that was nice when that was the case, because I could have elaborate mechanisms to get the door all the way out of the way. Can't do that anymore. Okay. What I could do is raise the wing 1 and put some more facade on there. That would help a little bit, but the better thing to do is just make the pallet smaller for this plane. Go sit it in the water. Get water in there. You know, even now we're getting water in here. Oh. Does it sink? I keep forgetting this. I have to load this with an add-on every time, so you can't just go and fix it. Yeah, let's read some chat here. Hello, Citrus. Hello, hello. Thank you, Benson. I enjoyed your seaplane. I've been seeing all the seaplanes, and I wanted to make one. I've been wanting to make one for a while, so I was liking looking at your seaplane. Very fun. I might raise the wings up 1 anyway. We'll see. Floats could come down. They need to come back as well. Let's go floats down and back a little bit. As we weight it up with cargo too, it's gonna sit lower in the water. So go down and back. Let's go back a couple. Say there. Okay. Let's just go ahead and gonna do this. They're identical. This way I don't have to worry about counting out the position. Yeah, it's kind of a... You know, it's not something you'd necessarily be doing. Like, the utility of it, too, it's like, it's got some cool factor. The problem is, what's the actual utility of it? And, you know, are you really going to be unloading pallets in the water? No. You know, you probably pump some fuel out, might do something like that, but you're not going to be unloading pallets, really. And so, you know, if I have to abandon that concept, it's not a huge deal. It's not really a necessary feature anyway. Let's see. What am I doing here? Add-on editor. I really don't want to do any chicanery with buoyancy. Really would rather not. Because the problem is, as I tip this towards, say, the port side, the water's going to get worse. I got some ideas. I could still do top load for if it's water. But like, what's the opportunities I'm actually going to be able to be unloading this in the water? Like, it would be cool to be able to get a craft out of the top. So maybe I'll do that. Just add side doors to it for loading on land. So that's what I think I'll do. Let's do that instead. That'll change some things up, which will be nice, I think, and actually give it more utility. Because if I lose all the utility, I don't want to just make something cool that has no use, you know. So I'd rather have something that's maybe a little less cool or not as pretty that actually does a job that I want it to do. So what we're gonna do is we will take all of this here. And we'll cut down to increase the door size, and this will work. Let's see, where's that gonna go? That goes behind there. Okay, let's do this. Let us push that. This is gonna give us actually some more utility. And these will not work when we're in the water. What the hell did I just do? Come on, man. You gotta be kidding me. Cut this sucker right there. Cut it. Push it down to. Paste it. Let me see it. If I go any lower than that, am I gonna hit shit that I don't want to hit? Okay, I should be able to go one lower. Nope, I'm gonna go into the wheel well. Am I gonna go in the wheel well on that? Yes, so we gotta go up. We gotta keep one. That's, oh yeah, that's where it needs to go anyways. Alright. I counted right the first time. Alright, there we go. We'll do this one too. What did I do there? I went right under it. Okay. Right there, perfect. All right. Then I just need to reroute some of the fuel crossfeed on that. It's not a big deal. All right, gorgeous. So these doors will not be for when it's in the water. You know, again, part of the utility will be it still can do stuff like, you know, we'll use it for water rescues and stuff like that. It's just like cargo. You're not going to be loading and unloading cargo because I was thinking of like, you know, I could use a separate boat to come help offload this because, you know, I'd need to have a boat that can carry pallets that would come up to this boat, to this plane to then accept the pallets. So it starts getting convoluted where at that point, if I'm sending a boat, its own boat to do this, I might as well, why not have a crane on the boat? You know, so there are a bunch of things like that that just, at that point it ends up, you know, why not do that? All right. Now let's fix this fuel routing here. I think what we'll do is, let's see. That's part of the issue there. All right. Okay, right there. This is why I did this the way I did it. Alright, that's all wheel well bullshit there. Alright, that can go forward then. Alright. Let's see. Right there. All right, perfect. That will work. That a flat block. That's flat block. That will work. All right, gorgeous. Why am I going forward with that, though? I might as well just merge them there. All right, that will be the case. All right, right there. All right, that will work. So what we'll do is we'll move the fuel crossfeeds like this to here. Nice, nice, and nice. Let's see. Get in there, scum. All right, nice. All right, then plumb these up and we'll be good. All right. Alright, so that's plugged in. Can't see. Cannot see. There we go. Nice. Alright, so there was the fuel cross feeds reconnected there. A little bit of rerouting. Excellent. Par excellence. Let's do that. That would be screwed up the color on that likely. I like having a little paint on the doors. Always kind of neat when the water line or whatnot carries across something door or something. It's always kind of neat to me. Yep, that one's screwy and paint. Alright, so now we'll be able to unload easily or more easily from land. And we'll work on sea later. You know, it would be kind of nice to be able to launch a boat out of the top of this. I've got some thoughts. Like, one thing I could do is kind of a ramp-up system, but we'll see. Got some options. I don't want an exposed crane. It's kind of cool and cartoony, but it's a little weird. I could have a folding crane come out of the tail. I could have a really big, powerful crane come out of the tail and just lift and do whatever. I've got the space, and this is hollow, and I don't want to shift any weight afterward towards the aft, though. So let's see. So I think what we'll do for the doors, let's work on a crane system on the doors. If I push those out, we're gonna cut in too much, so. Alright, let's see. Where are we going to be racked in on these? I got a bunch of notions on what to do here. Put a pallet in real quick. So the pallet will turn sideways on its way out. And then height of the door is still not exceptionally high, but it should be all right, hopefully. so that's not bad. That'll go out like that. Okay. So that works. Problem is that carries that down too much. One thing that is cool you can do is you can use ropes to manipulate these things, which is kind of cool. So let's play with just doing rope manipulation. That would be kind of interesting. I can't really. I don't want to lose any space on this though. And then if I do an overhead crane, I lose any ability for door, but whatever. Let's play with something for... I just want to get a proof of concept. Again, I need this to just work first. Then I can worry about other stuff later. Okay. You know, because I need to be able to put a pallet right in front of the door, so I can't do too much proud on here. Let's just play with something, and then I just want to play with proof of concept, and then I'll screw around with it later. I'm gonna end up blocking the door where it won't work, so we'll change it later. But just want to kind of get some proof of concept stuff done here. Yeah, again, if it's not going to be strong enough to haul it off the door, if it's going to be too unstable and want to tip over, then there's no point in spending a ton of time in the crane. If it's going to behave itself fine, then that's when you say, okay, well, it's worth working on, you know? So, it's kind of why I want to get that stuff tested first, because if it's not going to work, then why bother? Okay. You can do quite a bit with ropes. Alright, let's throw a pallet in here. I have to retrofit this pallet anyway. And let's fill it with liquid. I want to see, can it take a full load of liquid or not? Oh, stop. I hate when it does that. It's the process of spawning and then it doesn't do it. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's go ahead and spawn. Okay. I don't have a release button on the tracks. Okay. That should do it though. What, break, okay. Yeah, I usually do them slide outs, so what I want to do here is stick a toggle in here somewhere. Right there will work. So that's full of liquid. It's doing all right so far. So in order to make this go out that door with just ropes, we want to reduce the, what are the tops? Yep. What the fuck? Why won't these go down? Did I hook them up? What the hell, man? Oh, what the hell's going on here now? I've got them backwards. Alright. Whatever. I've got them backwards. That's all it is. Alright. So by lowering the right ones, it's going left and down. And then we can twist it like this. Even it out, do both. Then we want to lift, which I probably have these backwards too. Now we can pull it to the left. And so just using winches, we can move things like this. I've loaded ships doing this before, where you just use the winches to move it. And we can even twist it, as you can see. So I can rotate these things doing this type of thing, so it's kind of cool. Alright, so now what we'll do is we'll actually lower the ones on this end to give some slack. And let's see if I can push it out. Here we go. Get it. Give it a little gravity. Okay, and then we want to lower this one. I like the loading and unloading process to be a little bit more interactive. It's more interesting than you know, and just having things, you know, super easy with a crane. Sometimes it's fun to do this sort of stuff too. All right, so now to get it further away from the vehicle, we want to go up on the outside. And I hit this one late. There we go. Now we'll go down on these. I'm a little bit hung up on the edge here. I gotta push it off. All right, let's see. I want to go up, down. That's not what I wanted to do, but right. So that's interesting proof of concept for working that. All right, so we got some good stuff that will work on this. All right, let's go ahead and let's actually make this more functional now, but that will do it as far as getting them in and out and not really be in the way too much for the problem. I would love to put a winch in the door like this, but visually you'll be able to see it. Let's see if it seals. If it seals, I can put an XML block in there to cover it. I don't know if I want to do that. See, like I can visually see out there. I don't like that, but let's see. Let's go. Let's do this. Because I need these to be out of the way where they're not going to hit stuff. Trying to be able to make sure I can get this pallet in this zone here. Why did everything get turned into black there? It's weird. Alright, so those will go out. Alright, let's go through a full unload procedure here. Alright, so we want to turn it. So in order to turn it, we're going to go like this. Okay. So we will release it from the tracks. Alright, now it's off the tracks. Alright, so let's start by going near left. That should start to rotate it. Alright, now we want to go top right as well to help rotate it. Alright, good. Now we want to pick up the slack on the right side. And we can pick up the slack on these two here. Okay, there we go. Let's pick up the slack on this one. Let's get it off the ground. All right, good. So let's start to push this out. All right, now we'll start to reduce on the far side. All right, we'll pick up the slack. And we'll lower. Slack. All right, lower it. All right, good. Now that we're on the edge, we can start to drop the outside there. All right. All right, good. So it's kind of sitting there by itself. Let's go -1. Bring that rack back in. Let's rope up. I don't want to sling load like that. That's going to be a problem if I do that. Let's do this. All right, we'll swap it out. All right, so let's start bringing up the back. All right, there we go. Let's bring right side back. All right, there we go. All right, let's go out. And there we go. So, I gotta do all four of them, but that there is... So that's full too. That's a lot of weight, and it's having no problems. And that's just with ropes. So kind of a cool way to do it. We are clear just barely of the pontoon. So if I move those up a little bit, we should be able to better clear the pontoon. No, not really a pontoon. It's the landing gear well. But that's pretty cool. That's a lot of weight. That is considerable. That's something like 1,700, 2,000. You know, so that's really helpful. That works. And the nice thing now, too, is one reason I was taking so long to figure out the crane designs was if I want to put the top door back in, I can't put something on the roof. So that's why I went with this system here. All right, so let's go ahead and play with this a little bit. Let's go. Cut that. Go like this. Don't do that, you scumbag. Oh, what the friggin' hell? All right, like this. I get this, so I gotta see if that's gonna hit this. I don't know if this will hit it if I try to put that there. That's why I was kind of being careful with that. I want to get it further down, but That's working really well. That's pretty strong. Oh, stop. Could maybe drop those down. Yeah, I could drop them down once. Let's do this. These are pretty much my tallest pallets that I use. Okay. Alright, so that I think works well and it doesn't interfere with anything. We should be able to get a lot of pallets in here. And then the pallets, even with this being full, of jet fuel, I can easily manipulate it with my body to a certain extent. Oh my god, I didn't merge the thing. Come on, come on, come on. Let's merge this up. Okay, there we go. How did that not... I have friggin' symmetry on, or don't I? Thought I did this. I did on one side. Okay. Alright. So I can manipulate it with my body, even with that weight. Like, it gets heavy, but, like, definitely if I shut the brakes off, I can easily slide it on the tracks, which is nice. So, like, you load one in, as long as you get it close to the tracks, it will grab. So, like, here, we'll unload it and load it. So let's open a door. Like, this is stuck against the wall, but not for long, you know, it's... You know, and then what's that one? Back right. Like, let's try something here. Alright, so now it's sitting on the ground, so I can't push very well. Actually, I'm not doing too bad of a job. So, like, I can even push it sideways here to help get it where it needs to go. But we'll use the start going on this one. And then let's go ahead and use the rears as well. So the winches really make it easy to move this around. Okay. That's quite a bit of weight. That's about a ton there. Start pulling out the door. Okay, what do we need? Probably this one here. Okay, slide it out. All right, let's get it away from the plane more. So let's go. I think what's the best way to. Let's see if I can rotate it out here. That would be interesting. I want to go up and down. So let's go up, down. We'll rotate it a little bit. Okay. And then we want to go this one down. So you can kind of turn it outside. Let's go this one up. Oh shit, it's gonna tip over. It's because it's top loaded. But yeah. If it was swaying from top loaded instead of bottom loaded, it would be a little bit easier to just turn it. But you can essentially crisscross it like that and get it turned. But then let's just go down on them. Yeah, get this turned over. Should be able to get it turned over here. And up on these two. Alright, so not too bad. You know, I might top load them instead of bottom load. The nice thing is with the pallet, if I bottom load them, they're easier. I just gotta be careful I don't do what I just did. But that should work pretty well to get this thing loaded and unloaded with pallets. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, tow truck. I gotta finish that tow truck up. Hello there, Present Rama. How are you? It's a seaplane, and I'm working on cargo. Yeah, this is my custom test world, so I just keep loading it back up. That's why the dates never change. You have a career game, the date changes. Good. So that's it's working pretty well. You know, like one here. Let's do another proof concept thing. Could put a central winch as well. I can't go down too low because of where I want to be able to make sure I get the pallet in, so. They make it a pain in the ass here. Let's see. Come on. How did that not get a T-piece? I literally put a T-piece here, and it didn't go. Christ on a cracker. Come on, yeah. That's got a microcontroller on top. Let's see. that lowering? Can't tell. There we go. Alright. So that works pretty well there. That's a lot of weight, and it has no problem with it. So let's load it and put it into a slot. And I'd, you know, it'd be a recessed rope anchor. Hello, Zizo. How are ya? Hello, Flat Grimace. If I didn't say hello. Let's go take an allergy med in a second here. Get a coffee. So that's slacking because of the height of it. So. Gonna be a twisty, huh? That's the benefit of using these cross winches like this. What are those? Out tops? Those are tops. Yeah, let's rotate it. Okay, see you later. So let's put it in. I got all this shit on the floor. So let's put it in left slot on the left track, and I'd push it all the way forward. But put it over the left track. Okay. Let's get it. Let's undo you. Thank you. All right. There we go. It's back on the tracks. Get the ropes undone here. Alright, so it is loaded. Let's go ahead, do -1, or I already have it as -1. Okay, let's go ahead and move this. Shut the door. And lock it on the tracks. And there we go. We have a, I forgot that actually bridges the those rope anchors to theirs. It is in the, loads in. So that's pretty good. That loads in nicely. Might be able to get a mini truck in here. Let's try that. That loads in pretty nicely, that. Let's get a mini truck in. Let's do the mini truck without the can on the back. Do I have 2 in the rear? I have 2 in the rear. Look at that. That's the versatility of the ropes. It lets me load up a bunch of stuff. Alright. Alright, let's push this up. There's the brake right there. Should put the brake on the, I don't know. Sometimes the front's not the ideal candidate. On this one, we wouldn't want this right up against the door. We'd slide it there. But let's go ahead and get this going here. Let's do 1 rather. Alright, ropes. Arrup. Yeah, this would be fun like this. That's the main thing, is, you know, I want the build to be fun. So this is going to be fun, functional. Alright, good. Let's get that mini truck loaded in. I just always like the concept of a vehicle going on another vehicle. Just sounds like fun. Alright, what do we want to do? Let's go... Now, when I do some sort of better controller, I'll have more quick control over the different winches at the same time. You know, likely I would have turned the truck sideways when I would want to load it, but... Okay, let's go... front down. Which one's those? These two? No. Nope. This one, this one. Okay. That front there. Which one's that? Okay. Shit, did the wrong way in that one. I pulled it probably a little bit too far. I have the parking brake on too, which is not helpful. Let's see what we get here. It's 5. Yeah, that's better. Better with the parking brake off. Okay. Let's get the nose worked first on this. Let's actually do this. Let's get the tailgate out. Oh, come on, I clicked on you. I stepped too far away from it's the problem. Let's go down on... Which way do we want to... let's go down on both. Swing the front of the cab around here. This one. Pushing the wrong one. That's why it wasn't going down. Alright, now. Okay. And then let's go... Okay, grab, stop, move it, get out of the way. Grab that. Very nice. So that works pretty well to load in vehicles. And of course, it would have been a lot easier if I had started the truck already turned sideways, but not a big deal. So I can sling load in mini truck in there. That's cool. Yeah. So this will be fun to use for logistics and stuff. Very, very nice. Good, good, good. So that's good. And then let's see. Shut the door. De-ropify this bad Johnny. And we can fit 2 mini trucks in here, it looks like. Be a little bit of a pain in the ass to turn the second one, but that's not bad. Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm gonna quickly go get a coffee break. Oh, burb. Get that screen changed. I'll be right back. Alright, let's see, I've returned. Yep, so that's, I think this is gonna be fun. That's the whole thing, is making the vehicle fun. Like, if the vehicle's not fun, that's great that it's some sort of museum showpiece, but it's not fun, then what's the point? So this is gonna be fun, I think. The ability to load stuff in and out of there. So this is a big old Johnny. Like, I put it next to Albatross. Albatross is pretty big, and this is a big old Johnny. Now, this is more of a pain in the ass. Now, I like this. You know, I talk about a lot how, you know, making your vehicles have different specialties, I think, is a better way to go than making a jack-of-all-trades. For example, like, it would be so much more convenient and easy to load things up in Albatross if I wanted to transport a truck. But I think it's more, like, this is fun that I can be able to go on the water with this. So stuff like that, that's kind of neat. So let's see. That might work in the wrecker. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Let's see. Let's get rid of some of the shit that's all around here. Get rid of that. Get rid of the pallet. This, you know, this is one of the reasons why I think the devs should do logistics pass and do some palletized cargo, because there's so many cool things you can do with pallets. You know, by making an intermodal cargo system like this. Like, I'll show you some of the pallets I have. But it makes it really simple and easy, and you can do so much with it. And that's the cool thing with intermodals. Because it's intermodal, you can really, you put it in different vehicles, and that is inherently cool and stuff like that. Let's quickly, let's delete out some of this crap that I don't need in here for now. Those are doors. So, like, the controls will be on a remote or something. That will help. But yeah, like, that has no problem loading and unloading pallets. Let's quickly save this to there. I'll show you some pallets I have. So, like, this is the base pallet that I have. And so that is just, you know, just a basic platform. And it has the braking mechanism on it. The, let's see. What's that doing here? So, like, this one's kind of simulating 50-gallon drums. So, like, this would be more appropriate for, say you had, like, a Cessna 208 Caravan, and you were loading this in the 208 Caravan, you would put in something like this that just has a couple drums. You know, you can do some cool, like, I have a rescue pallet that I can load in the back of some of my craft so that I can put this in and do rescues, and it has a bunch of equipment, and it has seating, so you can put, like, you know, a couple people who do not need the med bed on there. Keep pressing the wrong frickin' button. Different types of, you know, fuel. One's firefighting, so you have a pump in here with water, so you put that on an airplane, now you can do firefighting, you know. So that's all good. Like, you know, just for the funs of it, you could do, you know, like something like this is very heavy, so that's 100 a piece. Let's see if I can do 3 buys. So, like, what are these weigh? Those are 200, so that's 4. That's 8. You know, so that's 1,200 right there. So something like that is very heavy. You know, so, and it kind of looks industrial. So, like, this is the sort of thing the devs could do, is to have, like, if you got a mission to transport this pallet, it's going to be very heavy. And so you're going to have a craft that can handle something that heavy. And if you want to put it on a truck, you can put it on a truck. You want to put it on a train. That's the cool thing with intermodal stuff. You know, you could put one in the center here. To kind of top it off, layer cake it off like that. You know, so just kind of having pallets would be kind of cool. I think that's something that, you know, is really easy. And, like, one thing that devs could do is just have, like, a little, like, build challenge where it's like, you know, have everybody build a pallet. Like, they have the base pallet like I just had here, and you, like, build something cool. Like, you can have a generator pallet with a generator on it, you know. You could see it being cool to, like, have to take a generator somewhere. You could see, like, having to do what I just did, transporting a car. As long as you have 4 rope connections on there, it's pretty straightforward and pretty easy to move, you know, cars and stuff. Let's see. What do I have for... Like, the hybrid car definitely fits in there, no problem. This thing is really pretty technically works really well. This is, you know, this I made to be a hybrid just to get rid of the transmission microcontrol in the transmission. So it's electric, and this thing will, hey, shut off if electricity would help, huh? You know, this thing burns barely any fuel. It has no glitches or bullshit. It's just a hybrid. And once you get up to speed, if you understand how, like, the electricity works in game, where essentially for acceleration you're using a lot of electricity, once you get up to speed, it doesn't require that much electricity to maintain your speed. So you can see that with very little, like, we're running at 5 RPS, less than 5 RPS. I have a 2-cylinder modular in there, and we're making really good electricity. You can see we're regaining, like, we're going 94 miles an hour, and with 2 cylinders at 5 RPS, we're regenerating battery. No problem. You know, so this little car is really efficient, and so, like, you can do stuff like this. This is tough on space, so I did this to be able to get rid of that transmission microcontroller and the transmission itself, so it just helps to do that, you know, and it's stable. It fits in a ton of different stuff. It doesn't have front rope anchors, so I can't load it at the moment. Like, something like this is kind of cool. be able to load that into the seaplane, of course, because it's tiny. Like, it's kind of cool that you have a vehicle like that you want to start loading stuff into. It gives you a reason to build some more stuff, which is kind of fun. I don't know how much more I want to work on that seaplane right now. Let's see what I want to work on. I don't know how much I have left on the... I've got till Monday for the wrecker. Let's bring this back. So, like, will this truck fit on a pallet? Or will this car fit on a pallet? That's interesting. Let's check it out. You know, like, for example, they could do something like this where, you know, for example, you just hard lock the load onto the pallet like that. And so, like, you could see, like, the devs having a mission to, like, load this car load this palletized cargo onto a, you know, they wouldn't say load it onto something. They would say bring it from A to B. And you could choose how you want to bring it. So you want to put this on a truck, you can bring it on a truck. You want to put it on an airplane, you can bring it on an airplane. Do whatever you like with it, you know. Something like that would be, you know, it's kind of cool to be able to do that. And it's like, you could have a little challenge, you know. I think that would be a good way to involve the community, too, is like, build us some palletized cargo, you know. And then, you know, that's a good way to refresh missions. It's a good way, it's good for the devs to be like, hey, we've got a new mission. It's another pallet mission. And it's a new type of cargo. You know, that is something that I think, again, new stuff interests people. That would be good. I already did a video on it. I already did a video feature request on pallets. Let's see. I did it, let me see where it is. Let me see. Yeah, I already did the video. Let's see, cargo. Yep, this one right here. Yeah, the feature request is right here. If anyone wants to support the feature request, click on that link that will start. Like in the video, I talk about like the importance of palletized cargo is it makes it so that you can where the hell is it? Like here are all the pallets, and so it really makes it so that you have a lot of accessory craft, and that's I think one of the cool things of the game is because you can build everything, you can build all the accessory craft, and you got a problem to solve, and you can make some craft to do it. Let me see, make sure that doesn't pop up. So like here's the feature request with the video. It only has 2 stars, so. If you guys are interested in it, go there and start. This is how the devs find out what people want them to make, you know? Just going on there and starring that, and you see so few people do it, and then a lot of those people who will complain that, oh, the devs never listen to us, is like, they told you where to go, and if you go there and you star the things you like, that's a good chance to get, you know, them to look at what you want. You know, like if we go into feature requests here, let's see. Natural, what? Oh, so this is like a natural disaster signal, which is interesting. So, like, come up on a channel. That's an interesting thought. Nuclear technology. So essentially, this person is just asking for more realistic nuclear stuff. The problem being is, again, if it, you know, I would love it if it was more complex. It's one of the reasons I don't do nuclear stuff. It's not complex enough, but it's here's one by this is Alistair's here again. Put a star on it. Like the devs can scroll through here and see what people are interested in. Like this one has 4. So, like, this one here has pretty good response to it. You know, so if they're looking, here's one by Captain Pineapple. You know. So it's easy, like if the devs goes through here and look at these things, they can get some of these ideas. Like you can see, here's this person put in some ideas for new rescue missions, and it's got 6 stars. So if, you know, it's the best way to get that. I don't know what this is all about. Balancing for center of gravity there. That's interesting. There's one by me with 1 star on it. See what people are having for bugs lately. Sound. Yeah, people haven't had sound issues. Are your drivers up to date? Who knows? Ease of use, editor suggestions. That's a feature request, not a bug. This is, that's likely on their end, I'd say. Ship sinking, oh my god, let's see. This one's not bad. This one is just, it's a balance thing. Asking for them to fill up. Ships are not unable to sink. Of course, my yeah. See again. Here's the caveat. Or takes 5 times longer. The hyperbole. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of this train brake not working. I'm not sure what all this is about. I can run a train, see what's going on, see if my train's stopping. Modular cylinders aren't connecting. All mine work, so I think that's probably on them. But that's getting pretty old at this point there. Let's run a quick train, see what's up with that. See what's up with the train brakes, if anything. You know, like we've got the new animal transport mission, so like you could have a pallet with an animal in it that needs to be transported. You know, stuff like that would be kind of cool. Let's see what this train brake business is all about. So this is, let's see. I can't remember which way I think it's AD. Independent brake, all those. Alright, do brake. So they give it more momentum. Like, it is slowing down. Is that what they did? They added more momentum to the trains, essentially? It's like the trains stopped incredibly quick before. Did they just, like, make them more realistic? So I guess that's probably a call for balance. That you know, people are thinking that the brakes aren't working at all when they are. You can see the RPS was going down, the brake is coming up. It's probably a balancing thing, I would say. All right, let's see. All right, I think we'll finish up there. Made some good progress on that. So yeah. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you like the video. If you're not subscribed and you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. I will see you guys later.